Hello everyone, my name is Dina Batchelor and my presentation is over enhancing instruction for non-readers in high school MID self-contained classrooms. My project is about how I can improve my instruction for non-readers and emerging readers to enhance their learning. This is very important to me because it seems like I'm seeing more non-readers come through my self-contained MID high school classroom. I do not know how to help them access the material other than by reading it to them and providing dictation when they need to write. Research suggests that students can learn how to read in high school with emotional and academic support, Johnson 2011. The most important thing to try to help a non-reader to read is a relationship must be built with the student for that student to feel safe, supported, and free of judgment, Johnson 2011 as well. Some reasons students are non-readers include the lack of functioning reading skills, poor decoding skills, lack of confidence, fear, shame, repeated failures, negative experiences, irrelevant reading material, and inappropriate instructional approaches. In the 4 peer reviews I have read, none mention that some students aren't able to learn how to read. They all focus on ways to help the student learn how to read with the proper supports provided. Students need to have a good relationship with teachers to build trust, strengthen engagement, and to feel safe to make mistakes. This will help the student avoid getting frustrated, feeling ashamed, or display avoidance behaviors. Accumulative strategies from the 4 peer reviews suggest the following methods will help increase reading for non-readers: individualized instruction, substantial phonics instruction, guided reading techniques practices, chunking text, multisensory approaches, modeling, scaffolding strategies, building positive reading identities/outcomes, and decoding practices. Reading coordinators at a high school continuously evaluate and monitor students' reading progress using a 3-step method. The 3-step methods at this high school, they assess the student's needs, adjust instruction as needed, gradually wean the student off to support independence and confidence. Remember, relationships must be built with the students before this begins. How I plan to apply my findings to my classroom to improve non-readers and emerging readers to help them learn how to read. First, I will build relationships with all of my students in the classroom, not just the non-readers. I will then evaluate all the students to determine their reading skills. My true non-readers will start with the letter recognition, move to blended sounds, then to decoding, with small celebrations of accomplishments and a lot of practice with the iPad apps in literacy. Then I will evaluate the students before moving on. The next step will be to add multisensory approaches, chunking, modeling, and guided reading techniques, and to include low and high interest texts that are culturally relevant. I will then evaluate and begin weaning the students from supports to gain independence and confidence as they grow. But after the supports, I will continue to evaluate to make sure that students are making progress and they are not regressing. Hudson 2019 found that iPad delivery instruction and self-monitoring to improve early literacy skills of middle school non-readers with developmental disabilities increased early literacy skills, increased ownership, and an increase in student motivation. My research finding took a different route than I thought it would. I thought that there would be ways to teach non-readers without having them to learn how to read. The 4 peer reviews I read on non-readers all suggest they can learn to read, as long as the student is provided with consistent, individualized, substantial phonics instruction and engaging instruction. This is good news. I've always thought that students could learn how to read. Not all teachers have that belief in high school. Some feel like they've made it that far they can't learn how to read. Uh, but anyway, this finding was very helpful for my classroom, and I'm excited to start using it. And here's my reference page. Thank you.